Hi, this is Charlie, and just doing a quick video for you here on 3 common mistakes that I see within our day trading room. We're always having, throughout the year, you're getting new people, new members join, and these are very common mistakes that you see with new members when they first come in. And the first one would be taking profits too soon. Taking profits too early. And what I mean by that is, let's say they get into the market here, the market goes up for them a little bit, it may pull back or whatever, but it starts maybe going here. Oh, and they've got a target, or they had a target outset, but they don't run it to their target. So then they just bank and come out too soon, and then eventually it does go up to the target. So if you're not banking your staying with your plan and taking your trade, allowing your trade to go to its, if you're using a profit target, then and not allowing it to get there, then you're taking your profits too soon. And if you're banking a profit here, it may make you feel good right now, but it's not going to be paying for when you next have a losing trade, for example. And that's why we have to try and hold on to these trades. It's always not very nice if it comes all the way back down and stops us out down here, but that's just part and parcel of trading. You've got to allow that to happen in order for it to potentially come up. If you just start taking your profits because you're worried about it rolling over, then you're not banking enough on your winning trades. The second one is jumping out of trades when you think a trade's going to stop you out. So let's say you've got in here and you've got a stop loss down here. There's your stop loss. It's very common, actually. I've certainly seen this recently with some new traders. They get into a trade, it starts coming down. They think it's going to come down and hit their stop loss, which is fine. You can think that, but and then they jump out thinking it's going to come out and hit their stop loss. They think, oh, I'll save myself those extra few pips because then I take less of a loss. And what happens? It turns around and then starts going back up, and it would have carried on going up to their original target. So this is another common mistake that I see where traders, through fear, they took the trade in the first place. They were happy to accept the risk at outset, and then once they're in the trade and it starts to roll over, especially if it's been in a bit of profit first of all, and again they've got a target up here, it's been in a bit of profit, it starts rolling over, and then they start thinking, oh, it looks like it's going to come and stop me out, so I'm going to come out now. And then of course Murphy's law kicks in and up it goes back higher. So, and then another common one where traders do that type of thing, but again, same as the first one, it's just costing you money by doing that type of thing. And the last one is, okay, so again, a similar situation. Trader gets into a trade here, they've got their stop loss down here, the market starts going up a little bit, and what do? They want to move their stop up to break even. I've talked about this on previous videos before. So they want to get the stop up to break even, usually way too soon, because it makes them feel good. You hear people talking about a risk-free trade. Well, it's not really risk-free, because if price comes down, stops you out at break even, but wouldn't have come down to your stop loss, and then just turns around and then starts going higher and works its way up to your target, then what have you done? It's not a risk-free trade. Yes, you've gotten out on that trade at break even, it's not costing anything on that trade, but if you measure this over the next 50 trades, then it's costing you money by that practice. In fact, and I'll leave you with this note, just last week we set some homework for some of our traders, and to say, okay, why don't you go back over the last couple of months and look at the times, this is for the people that have done this, that some of these newer traders, when you've moved your stop up to break even, and just see, see what happened next. Would you, if you'd have left your stop where it was, would you actually have got stopped out? And here was an interesting one here. We had one of our traders said, well, actually he had 7 trades whereby he'd moved his stop up to break even, and it actually would have been a full loss. So it would have actually come down to his original stop loss. But he had 8 trades where he'd been moving his stops to break even. So it's 15 in total, just in this recent bit of data mining, so to speak, and where it would have carried on all the way up to target, and his target, he said, was at 2 to 1. risk reward. So he said he's learned the hard way. And interestingly, it was Victor in our room actually. I don't hope he doesn't mind me mentioning a name. It's only a name, a room name. But he said yeah, he said it's definitely shown me how much more money I would have made by not moving my stops to break even. He said, interestingly, probably because he's still relatively new as a trader, he still has this burning desire to move that stop to break even. So there's certain psychological things you can do to help you, such as asking yourself key questions, telling yourself before, when you've got that burning desire to move your stop to break even, keep telling yourself, look, over the next 30 trades, if I keep doing that, I'm actually costing myself money. I'm actually going to be potentially losing money over the next 30 trades if I keep doing these things, whether it's moving these stops to break even, jumping out of trades before you've even hit your stop loss, etc., etc., like we've covered off today. So there's a few, just 3 common errors that traders make there, and you just got to keep reminding yourself, if you keep doing these things over, it may make me feel good right now, but over the longer term, it's costing me money. Keep reminding yourself that. It's a good one to do. Ciao for now. See you on Friday.